It's a Thais show where performing artists, entrepreneurs, athletes, and more express how they've overcome trials and tribulations to make it where they are today. Be inspired. Next up is Shuron's exclusive interview. He's an author, publisher, and poet with a compelling story. Hope you enjoy. I'm noticing that you have on my favorite color,
Oh yeah.
which is the yes,
The emeralds.
the emeralds, yes,
That's the
and
emeralds.
and
Yeah.
that's the emerald, yes. Your charm there, and I see the emerald earrings in your ear.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, these blue diamonds.
Blue diamond. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they
Okay,
actually
I
blue
see.
diamonds.
I see the blue now. I
This is
see the
blue.
blue. You turn. It's like bluish green, depending on how you
Yeah,
turn.
dig it.
Got you. All right, I got you. My favorite color. I like it though. I
Thanks,
like it.
thanks. Yeah.
I like it.
That's something I made. It's emerald and black diamond.
Oh, so you actually made that?
I made it with my own hands. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so that's
800
another
carats.
talent. That's another talent that you have.
Yep. I like jewelry. So
Mm-hmm.
I had
And
to
you
do
make
it. I had
and
to
you make it
overdo it.
yourself. When
Yeah,
did you start
yeah.
making jewelry?
2 years ago. About 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. I got into it. I was
Okay.
always into jewelry and selling loose diamonds, and I figured everybody got into the crystals. So I figured if we was gonna do crystals, we might as well do the top crystals, do some gems because as far as the energy everybody using them for, people don't understand that gems do more than that. They actually heal your organs and they keep you grounded and they're awesome.
Okay. All right. You starting to speak my language. Okay.
Yeah.
Healing. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You should look up the healing properties of an emerald. You'll be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not jewelry. It was actually meant to heal your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why they gave you the oldest jewelry.
Well, all right. I'm listening.
That's
I'm
why
listening.
they gave
Get
you the
to
oldest
it.
jewelry. Don't, it's not worth anything. But then you go to the store and you gotta pay $1,000 a carat for a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But then they tell you it's jewelry and it's worth nothing once you get it, and you can't use it to do anything with. It's not, and that's why.
So what are
Because
some of the
truth-
healing
the
properties of the emerald?
The emerald actually it heals your kidneys.
Really?
Yes, and it really keeps your energy grounded. And it cleans your chakra. Yeah.
Cleans your chakra.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're knowledgeable in this subject. I like that. I like when my guests come and they get to help my audience with different things that are related to the show. The show, of course, like I said, the tagline is what we do for therapy. So I like to always work within the 5 pillars of health, okay, which is spiritual health, mental health, emotional health, physical health, and even financial health. Okay, so I appreciate this. Okay, so now you said it heals helps heal the kidneys, balances your chakras. Okay, explain to those who may be a little shy on the knowledge of that
For instance,
chakras.
I'll start here. For instance, the pineal gland, right? I want to start with the pineal gland. That everybody call it the third eye, and you can only access 5% of your brain, and if you can activate your pineal gland, it is said that you will be able to access more than 50%.
Really? Of your brain?
Yes. And the thing is, the pineal gland is called the third eye because it looks like an actual eye that's in the back of your head on the inside.
Okay.
And everybody know eyes need light to work. They don't work without. Now the thing is, how do you get light to that gland for it to work? Our ancestors did it. That's why we wore the gems and the gold. It wasn't to be flashy. It was for a purpose. It was medicine. It was healing. It was activation.
Okay.
So, basic. Only way to get light into there or energy, right, is from having a piece of crystal that refracts the light and send it in there. It's like when you watch them Egyptian movies and they go on a tomb and they gotta take a steel plate and hit it this way so the light will hit it and it bounce off and it bounce off.
Right, like prisms.
Same.
Okay.
Same. You need
Okay.
this. That's what this was for. That's what it was always for. All of the piercings, all of the tattoos. It was for
Okay.
something. And
Okay.
of
So
course,
our ancestors were not just wearing all of the jewelry to because because they were showing royalty, or that they could do it, and it was distinguishing them from the lower class. They
no,
really
no,
had more of
no.
a reasons because they had healing
That's right.
powers.
That's right. And in our ancient society, it was no lower class. Everybody, it was accessible to everybody. It was in the ground. Everybody wore gold. They buried you in the gold caskets and what have you. And that's why we wore. And it's good for you. Everything, every element on the chart is actually in your bloodstream. Actually, like people wear it, they just getting cool. They just getting hip to the copper. Put some copper on to help your blood to bring down some swelling. What do you think a gold chain doing?
Okay.
What do you think silver doing? Platinum. It's for something.
I've seen some advertisements where they say like you should wear this say magnetic earring, and it'll help to heal you in different ways. I saw one, and this is actually just recently, just a couple of days ago. But I saw one that they say, and it looked like a regular diamond, but they said that it would help you to lose weight. And this was, and they weren't even very pricey. I'm talking about like $20-something. And then I've heard of wearing bracelets and even anklets that are magnetic that help to detox the body.
Everything that comes out
Makes
of this
sense?
earth, everything that the earth make was for us to stay, to keep us here, to replenish. Same way the earth replenished. Why couldn't we? What is this dying of natural causes? Crap. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad. My fault. I just, it's just enough. It's enough. But the miseducation is what keep us sick still.
Right.
Nobody want to go further than what they was told. It's sad. You know what I mean? I heard one guy say, well, show me in a book. I'm like, all right, but don't it make perfect fucking sense?
Oh.
Don't it make perfect sense, bro?
With the language.
Sorry about that. But it's my passion talking.
I hear. All right, so let's get and thank you for that knowledge and everything. So now let's get to you and what you have going on now. And you're a publisher.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No Rush Global.
No Rush Global. Okay.
Yes. No Rush. Yes. The Shuron spelled backwards.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. It's Shuron. So SHURON.
Yes.
And No Rush Global.
Yes.
Is that spelled backwards? Okay. So what type of authors do you have? A particular type of author that you publish, like a particular genre?
Oh, well, right now we in urban. No, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I just want something good. Something that'll reach the people and something that's going to leave a mark. Give me a message. Give me something I can relate to, or something somebody can relate to. Something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
of
you
course,
said
good
urban.
writing.
You're in urban right now.
I do. Yeah, I'm doing urban. And when I say urban, I don't mean hood novels. See, people get them mixed up. Urban novels and hood novels.
Okay.
See, being in the urban community is just being in the city. A lot of things go on in our community and inside the city that are more than these two dudes got together, they bought some bricks, and 2 days ago they got Bentleys, and then they got the house and the mansions, and then his brother got killed, and then his wife took over, and then her son came up. Like, come on, you know. But so at No Rush Global, what we do is we spotlight, lately, the last couple of books, we spotlight the woman's plight, the things that our women go through in our society, trying to stay relevant. And which, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't get it. It's nothing more relevant than a woman. I mean, nothing could possibly be more relevant. I mean, y'all, birth and nurture and stuff like that. But I understand the fight. Hey, man. So what I would like, what I call myself doing is talking about stuff as in the last roses of the season. That's the last book I released. It is about actually surviving the winter with all your petals intact. On the cover is a face of a winter forest scene, and the branches of the trees make the face of a wolf.
Oh wow!
And there's one rose sitting in the middle of all of that, snow hanging off the petals, but the rose is still there, intact. Every thorn, every petal it came with.
So what is the
Surviving the
rose
winter.
is the rose symbolic?
The rose is symbolic of the human being, how delicate life is.
Okay.
And
that's deep.
how tough it is at the same time, and how durable it is. If you don't give up, if you do what you're supposed to do and stay rooted, be just fine, just like that rose. No matter the winter, the summer, no matter. No matter. Yeah. Seasons change for a reason, but they keep going. And that's what it's about. Yeah. It's about abused women and how they get through it. Because a lot of times, well, with me, the women I know, all of them got some button that we didn't know about. Something happened to them and they passed. And we don't know about it until you hug them too tight or play with them, wrestle them on the bed. And then you like, damn, you're sitting there for 2 days trying to figure out what happened to you.
Okay, because you're saying that they have a
a trigger.
It's a trigger, right? So they have a past trauma that hasn't been addressed.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was saying. Triggers come from the issue not being addressed.
Right.
And in my books, and not only is it addressed, we do prevention. Loss prevention. Yes. So that's what we're doing in the books. And because all of the women in my life, they thorough. I don't know no dummies. Everybody, I was raised by women and around women, and one thing I learned was, if you're gonna be a man, you got to be a man to a woman, and that's to protect and provide, and that's that.
Exactly.
Anything go wrong, if anything happened to my woman, it happened to me 15 times. So like I said in the books, that's what we're doing, and they want to spotlight that and let other women know that everybody not. I don't know whatever word to use. Everybody
against you.
No, worse than that. No, everybody's not terrible.
Okay.
It's regular people in the world that's not going to see you go without, and definitely not going to hurt you for no reason. Not going to smack their women around, and I don't know the propaganda. I don't know I don't know no dudes that treat their women like that at all. I don't know no women that would allow it. First off.
Okay.
All the women I know, like I said, they thorough. Like you'll lose something doing that with the women I know. So, but because I know it is a fact somewhere in the world, and it does happen, I want to spotlight it and let them know, like, hey, we with you. Stand up. I'm stand up with you. Stand up for you. No Rush Global. That's what we do.
I see. Okay. So right now you're on the urban. Now, okay, so that's the focal point right now is the urban. Is there any other genres that you are publishing in right now?
No, not right now. But I want to do some children novels.
Really?
Yeah. The kids, they need us right now. They need somebody to say something other than get high, shut up. Somebody help them on their journey, because I promise you, things that they're going through, I did it, been through it. I lived outside for a while, like really outside with nowhere to sleep at the school and stuff like that, and still figured it out. So,
right.
It happened. But one thing I learned as a child, like, when you're coming up, everything is depressing. Oh, ain't nothing going right. And today, instead of them having somebody there to tell them, tomorrow gonna be different, boy, or do this and this will happen. They don't have nobody to tell them, so they figure it out on their own. And then when one of us try to tell them how to redo it, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. You can't tell nobody who figured it out how to do it. You can't. I don't give it doesn't even matter if it's right or wrong the way they doing it. To them, they figured it out, it's working to the best of their ability. That's all they want. They don't want. You can't tell them to do nothing better, and it's our fault. As black men, I can say that because most of us was gone. We got caught up in it and was gone. We off in prison or and they ain't have nobody. So they, I want to get into it, and give them something to read, or more likely listen to it, because I'm getting into the audiobook section of it. But yeah, give them something that they can relate to without preaching to them, because nobody want to get preached to either.
Yeah, it has to be It has to be relatable.
So.
It has to. You have to meet kids, anybody, but you have to meet kids at their level. Then at the same time, you can't underestimate their level. Children learn the most between the ages of 3 and 7. That's what child psychologists have proven.
Yep.
So if you're kind of downplaying them, if you are minimizing what you believe them to know, no, these kids learn. I once met a woman whose child was she was 6 at the time when I used to work with this lady. Her daughter was about 6 years old, could speak 5 different languages. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that just goes to show you they are complete sponges. They absorb everything around them.
Everything.
They emulate what is around
watch
them.
everything.
Exactly. They emulate what they see. So if we're not providing guidance to them and stop allowing the video games and
Wait, you don't like video games?
Wait a minute.
Wait a whole lot.
Wait a minute. I'm saying we can't let video games raise our children.
Oh, yeah.
We can't let other children raise our children.
Right.
You can't have them.
I want them to hear from me first and the real version.
What they're watching, what video games they're playing. I'm not saying they can't play any.
Okay.
But these things have to be policed. Stop allowing these things to raise our kids. Stop letting the streets raise our kids. What you don't teach your kid in the home, they're going to learn somewhere else. They're just not going to learn it the right way. So, but I hear you on, you being focused on publishing the urban and then moving into the children's books. So, that'll be wonderful. I would love to know when you move into children's books. I do mental health counseling full time, and I have some. I work with all ages, so I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I have some children. My youngest is 8, but then I also work with adults. My oldest adult is actually 69, about to be 70.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, I need some talking to.
Mm-hmm.
I got issues.
And I'm going to tell you that I'm so glad we are moving to the point where mental health is no longer a stigma.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one thing that I can say. I definitely thank the government for. I normally do not have much good to say about the government, but that is one thing that I thank them for, is allowing that Medicaid, that insurance pays for sessions. Even if you have even if it's not Medicaid, if you have commercial insurance, you will have some type of copay, but a lot of times it's still not really a lot. It's still not really much. Okay, especially not when it comes to putting a price tag on your mental health and stability. So a lot of us have something that we are still working through, that we are trying to overcome. You know what I mean? So a lot of us may need grief counseling. Maybe it's the loss of a loved one.
Or
that we have.
Cat.
Anything, exactly, anything that was valuable to you. Exactly, it doesn't just have to be the loss of a loved one, of a human loved one. It can be anything. So it's just, if something valuable and dear to you was taken away, yes, counseling, can help you work through that. I know people that did not have any type of counseling or therapy at all until it was grief counseling in particular, and haven't had any since, but they needed that to get them through it.
So at grief counseling, do I get to actually pull it out and be, transparent?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I could tell you the whole story and you can't say nothing. Like, I mean, that's really the question. Can I tell you everything and you can't never say nothing?
Oh, definitely. Counseling therapy is 100% confidential. How you gonna give me the side eye? You gonna give me the
I
side eye?
was just okay. I was wondering.
It's just like when you hire an attorney.
Cool. Well, you
No,
know,
look, you gonna get the attorney the side.
you know, we got to make sure we understand each other, though. You know, because one time I wanted counseling. You know, and everybody was like, "Boy, you need to go talk to somebody." Great. You know, so I went and inquired, talked to a couple people, and when I asked him that question, he was like, "Well, mostly." He said, you know, you can't tell me if you're going to do something to somebody or that you did something to somebody or you're thinking about doing something to somebody. And I'm like, well, I can't talk to you then because, you know, this is what this is about. If I'm coming to talk to you, this is because I'm grieving because of what I had to do to somebody.
I see.
Well, not really just that, but you understand how important that is to have somebody to talk to after you had to do something you ain't really want to do.
Okay.
And if I could talk to you about that and you make sure that we Gucci, we good? Like, that's what you're saying. You that person. Grief comes in many forms. You know, I just want to know, can I trust you with my grief?
Okay, so what he was saying to you is that I cannot keep quiet 100% if you tell me that you are going to harm yourself or you're going to harm someone else. That's what he was saying to you. That's what he was saying to you.
That's what I was wanting to know.
Okay. Now that we got that out the way, the actual specificities.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you understand things. You know, read the fine print. Ask all the questions.
That's the fine print. Under the word confidentiality.
Yes.
If you go lower, okay, towards the bottom of the page of the confidentiality page,
about this small,
then
it's going to say,
yes, it's going
if
to
you
say,
did something you can't take back, I'm telling.
No. You're talking about not the past stuff. We're talking about if you say that you are going to.
Oh, wow.
That you're going to in the future harm yourself or harm someone else, and you thoroughly mean it. Yeah.
Oh, nah. You the
But sometimes you
guess
gotta,
what I gotta tell you, Doc, last night. Right. That's what I'm saying. I call you up, Doc. Something terrible happened. I need grief counseling. You ask me what happened. I tell you about that did what he did, and somehow he, while I was talking to him, fell out the window.
Oh.
And I'm grieving because first off, I never got finished saying what I was trying to say to him. Secondly, he didn't look like he had a good time on the way down. And at the bottom, he didn't survive it, so I'm grieving. That's something that we could talk about without it going any further. Right?
It's done.
All right. Then we good. Like I said, I need to know how
it's done.
Because the last guy said
it could be talked about. It already happened, so it could be talked about. Yes.
And
it's not future.
Right.
Okay.
Fine print.
Read the fine print.
I like it. I'm definitely getting one.
Before you start talking.
Yeah.
Read the fine print.
Okay.
Is the moral of the story here.
That's good to know. I mean, you know.
All right.
Everybody needs somebody to talk to.
All right. So you're a poet.
A what?
A poet.
Absolutely.
You kick the poetry.
Yes, I do. I actually. Poetry. Yeah. Writing has been one of my greatest outlets. You know, because with my writing, then I went to the music, and it was just all writing. It was an outlet because as a kid, I had stuff I wanted to say, stuff that I felt that was important, and even today, I got a couple things I would like to add to the conversation here. Yeah, so I do. Yes, I write.
So when you're writing, do you write in a particular genre as well? Is it all kind of getting a coping skill outlet for you getting your feelings out, or do you write on different topics?
Well, I learned on the coping skill. You know, that's how I learned to write. Well, learned that I could write. You know, it was one of the things I was in school, and the teacher was like, "Everybody write an essay on your family," and I just sat down and just started writing. And when she gave it back to me, it was all the smiley faces. Oh shit, you can write! Oh my god! And I was like, I ain't even do nothing. So I learned how to write through just getting getting it out.
Mm-hmm.
And but over the years and through my journey, I really can say that I can write about anything. I've had times.
Okay.
So one of my homeboys, he
You
wanted
got bars. You got bars.
Oh yeah, I got bars.
Okay.
I definitely got bars.
Okay.
But I could write about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any topic. Anything that's going on, or anything more. I should say more than I feel something about. I got something to say about it. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Business cards. My bad. Go ahead.
How about you kick something for us? You give us a little, give the audience a little,
all right.
little poetry, little something.
Oh, poetry. All right, I got a poem. I woke up like 8 o'clock in the morning, and
This morning?
I had to write it. It was just in my head.
Oh, go ahead. All right.
And
whatever you would like to give us.
All right, boom. It's called Silent Tears.
Okay.
This was straight out my
Silent
sleep.
Tears.
Yeah, it's about losing what you worked for because you thought it was no rush. You thought you had until tomorrow. You thought you had time. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, it's later than you think. It's later than you think. So, okay. I'm going to let you hear this. It's called Silent Tears.
All right, Silent Tears.
Mm-hmm. It goes, pain and loss, the anger of defeat, the swim upstream, though invigorating, has left my energy source depleted. The fight to get to that high place, only to find it empty when you get there. It was so bright, so full of promise. How could that space of mine possibly be bad? It was taken from me, stolen by time, because I was in no rush to get there. Nothing could have prepared me for what I felt as I was confronted with my worst fear. Failure. Pain and loss are the only teachers. Move and reach, or be tied down, or worse, strapped to a chair. Accept your point of focus with alacrity. It's only yours when and if you make it there. The only difference between what is and what's not is calculation. Thank you.
Hey! Bars and snaps.
Bars and snaps.
Snaps and bars and snaps. I like it.
And, actually in my first novel, it's called The Connect, Part 1, Urban Love Story. I have poems in between every chapter. That's where The Last Rose of the Season came from. That's actually a poem from the first book. It's a poem from the first book called The Last Rose of the Season. It's in The Connect, Part 1, Urban Love Story by D.A. Shuron.
I hear that.
You can Google him, Amazon, Kindle. Yeah.
Okay. So, and so what's the name of it again now?
The Connect Part 1.
The Connect Part 1. Okay. In between
Urban Love Story.
Urban Love Story. In between each chapter
is poems in between each chapter.
It's poems.
Yeah.
I like it. You should have brought me a copy.
Oh, right. My bad. I'm going digital these days though.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, some hard copies available, but I'm going digital these days. Save the environment.
Got you. I heard you say you were doing more publishing the audiobooks now.
Yes. So y'all gonna be mad, but I wanted to R. Kelly the project. How you should take one project and do 80 remixes to it, and it just kept getting banging and banging. So that's what I'm doing. So I write books, I write the novel, and I write the soundtrack to the novel. So each chapter got its own song or two that go to it. So then what I do is take them two projects, smash them into one audiobook. So I'll make it not just a book where I'm reading it. What this is, it's gonna be like a production, like listening to a movie without the monitor. So I want a full cast audiobook.
I'm digging what you're putting down there.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for people to do some voiceovers, but everybody, I can't find nobody serious. So I will be doing the first one. I'll be doing every voice: the man voice, the Doug voice, the girl voice, the car voice, the bird voice. I mean, if you can't get nobody to do it, you gotta do it yourself. Like,
let me tell you. No. This is the Thais Show News and Ooze, where there are resources. I can put you down with little voice actors.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Glad I showed up.
That's right. That's right. Oh, everybody gets value here.
Yeah. Caught 3 Ubers and a bus to get here. Loving it.
Not 3 Uber.
I mean, I had my headphones. I ain't hear nothing that was going on. It was Gucci. I don't care. A little cold outside, but I don't care.
All right. So musically, tell me about the music.
All right. So, that's crazy because the first book actually was a song that I wrote, and my homeboy, his name Clarence Meredith. Your older guy, I know, yo. So he said one day, he said, Shadow. Oh, that's my nickname. People call me that since I was a kid. But anyway, he was like, Shadow, what you need to do is take one of your books. Take one of your songs and turn it into a book. I tried it, and I actually finished it. It actually worked. That's the first book, the Connect.
And that's the Connect.
Yeah, that's the Connect, the urban love story. Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, and with that one, that's the one I put I did it, and I did the soundtrack to it. It's 14 songs on that soundtrack. That soundtrack is called Thunder.
Wow.
Yeah, it's under Thundercracker. And then, yeah, I did the second one, and the second soundtrack got 8 songs on the last rose of the season.
Hopefully you enjoyed Shuron's exclusive interview on the Tai E Show. Please, if you feel that you got value, like and subscribe. We are helping business owners build resiliency. Be inspired.